you've been before, but I can't go. No, I can't go. And whoa, sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. You changed the name, how about your respect? Give them more than what I get, expecting up the back. In fact, you know, I sat down with my accountant, he said I got good news and I got bad.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington football team. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the ground, it's Eckler. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Ball carrier. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
37-yard line.
And that's exactly what you're looking for, the inside linebackers. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
Third down. Here's Haskins. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 40.
And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. Go. 42's the mic. Check. 42's the mic.
On 2nd and 12, Haskins. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
It's a gain of 3.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Haskins. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there.
6 figures every year, yeah, I earn that. At the front of this line is where my turn at.
Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in here.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And a good burst there right from the start as he'll get this one out near the 35. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
A gain of 12.
Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside.
Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Touchdown.
Marquise Goodwin, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Well, we've talked about it before. You know, this jet sweep, something a lot of teams like to run nowadays, and this one winds up in the end zone.
And it is all about creating different ways to get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And wasn't it interesting that prior to this game, the head coach told us, I saw this sitting at my chair watching a Tuesday night college game and decided to implement it myself.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
On 2nd and 9, Haskins. He'll get this to Eckler. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. That's into the hands of Eckler. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2.
Washington, nothing.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Stop your whining. Check, 42's the mic. Check, 42's the mic.
Here's Haskins out of the gun. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
Ties the game at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101 tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders, and he's able to get up here to the 26. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthinking. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the first down.
Now here's Goodwin with it on the jet sweep. That one good for 10 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
At the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Wentz on the give to Sanders, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Also a yard on the play, and it's 3rd down.
Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Now here's Goodwin with it on the jet sweep. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Taken down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense, diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. To throw is Wentz. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one good for 37 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way, oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can...
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown.
Touchdown.
Miles Sanders, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mention the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7 as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Mike's 4-2. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Let's go. Mike 42. Check. Let's go.
Out of the shotgun, Haskins. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and they're going to have a 3rd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7.
3rd and 6.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
To throw on 3rd down, Haskins. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
That's a play that'll likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now a toss, running left, Eckler. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Second and 12.
Let's go, defense. Hey, who we got? Hey, check.
From the gun, Haskins. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 12 yards there and a first down. And he is the NFC rating Offensive Player of the Week. You got to think, all the guys that take the field each and every week, that's not an easy award. Always has to feel good to grab it.
It has to feel great because it separates you, at least for a week, amongst your peers. And for him to separate again, he has to have the same type of a game. That means being explosive off the line of scrimmage and catching everything that comes his way.
He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Switch it. Come here, switch it. Check, 42's the mic. Check, 42's the mic.
Operating from the gun. Haskins escaping the pressure right. That'll be caught at Steven Sims. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. From the gun, it's Wentz. He'll fire it deep for Rager. It's caught inside the 25. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf.
A 41-yard gain. First down, Philadelphia.
And with 1 second left, they get the timeout, and they'll have a chance to kick the field goal before intermission. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. The kick by Elliott is good. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, so the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had it.
He's got a man complete. Past the 20.
That's right, baby.
Touchdown, Philadelphia. Marquise Goodwin, 82 yards. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
Elliott on for the point after.
Well, I love watching Goodwin play. Of course, everybody knows the story of him being an Olympian. He's a long jumper,
Yes,
right?
yes.
But you know that he has that athleticism, that big playability.
He certainly does, and not only was he an Olympian as a long jumper, married to a sprinter. How about that for speed in one family? And I love his end zone celebrations now. When he does go deep and beat someone for a touchdown, now he does the long jump as his celebration. Pretty cool deal.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Once more, here's Eckler. And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last 2 plays, both losses. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Haskins eluding the pressure right. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
He's not going to get me. Mike 42. Mike 42, check. 42. Go. Mike's 42. Mike's 42.
Now Haskins on first down. The throw taken in by Sims. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Steven Sims Jr., his 4th touchdown on the year. And Washington able to make this a close game again. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a carry for Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
1st down.
Now Sanders. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They'll run. It's Sanders. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. They run here with Jason Huntley. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now here's Goodwin with it on the jet sweep. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And, well, that's his 2nd rushing touchdown, 3rd total. He did have the receiving TD earlier.
He creates a matchup nightmare all the time, doesn't he? If you pull everyone in trying to stop him running the ball, split him out or get him out of the backfield and throw the ball to him, he can hurt you either way very, very well.
At the 25-yard line. Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Here is Eckler. The Pro Bowler Fletcher Cox there to get him down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe. It's too hot, drop the top off the wagon. Lay back, flying like dragon.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
Check. Mike 42. Ready? Start Mike 42. Mike 42. Come to my work. Come to my.
Operating from the gun, Haskins. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Big stuff up front. Big stuff. Let's go. Check. 42's the mic. Check. 42's the mic. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Mike 42. Mike 42. 66. Roll it. Now.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins throwing the out route incomplete. That's Austin. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
From midfield now, Haskins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. The 20.
And that was
And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but if the ball's in the air, they treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
They'll turn to Sanders. They'll try and run it here. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
Eagles 38, Washington 21.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
47-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
So we got man. Mike 42, Mike 42. I got. Motion. Ball trot. Check. 42's the mic. Check.
On 1st down, it's Haskins. And yet again, Haskins is intercepted. 3rd time. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Intercepted by the
Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
Eagles.
Now here's Goodwin with it on the jet sweep. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
And he gets it down to the 32. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Right back to Sanders on first down. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep him.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Here's Sanders. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On 2nd down now. It's Sanders, and they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and they're going to face a 3rd down. Throwing is Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
The kick by Elliott is good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole.
Mike's 4-2, Mike's 4-2.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Took just 1 play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down.
42's the Mike. Hey, Mike's 42. Mike's 42. I'm coming after you.
From the gun, Haskins. He'll air this one out deep for Sims. This is caught inside the 15. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory.
If this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now a toss play to Eckler. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Jordan Boyer on the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin with touchdown number 20 on the year. And Washington able to close the gap just a bit. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And that will cut this lead down to 13.
Makes the score Eagles 41, Washington 28.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
16 yards, a 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. And he's got this down to the 35.
The handoff.
11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Brought down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
Again, the ball carrier.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
A gain of 15.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Eagles, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to New Orleans to take on the Saints. Meanwhile, for Washington, it's just their second loss so far to go along with their 7 wins. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Seattle Seahawks. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.